Erica, Krista, and Bill, you know her. Colton, she was on maternity leave for our first two meetings. So she's the director of Bike MS for Colorado and Wyoming.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I've met you before at Luggage, and I met
Oh,
you
yeah.
at
We've met all the time.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago.
I go way back.
I'm
I'm just pulling up the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi, Erica.
Hi,
It's
Asha.
so good to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm happy you're on this call. Exciting. Okay. Let's see here if I remember how to do this. It's been a few months. Slideshow. That's what I'm looking for. Aha. I think it's starting to work. All right. You guys see it or no?
No.
Sorry, it's taking me a minute. I think I need to share.
There you go. All right.
Now
so
you see it? All right.
So we are in May, almost halfway through May. We are 46 days away from bike. I know a few people have started training. Hopefully everyone on the group has. I'm sure Chris Wallner has been. He just popped on. I'm going to advance the slides. All right, I'll hand it over to Jana, who will go over the numbers.
Yeah, so currently year to date, we're at $697,306.93 out of our goal of 1.7 million. Our sponsorship goal is 25,000 and we're currently at 17,500. Our registration goal is 1,800 riders and we're currently at 1,330. So we're getting close. And our team recruitment goal is 174 teams and currently we have 144. So we're doing pretty well there too. We prefer to have 155 returning. We have 115 so far. 19 new is our goal and we already exceeded that with 29. So that's awesome as well.
It's awesome to see that in such a coming out of our shell type of a year with everything happening and people still being kind of uncertain about if they're going to ride or not. It's really cool to see that we have so many new teams joining us. Makes me really excited.
Yeah, for sure. And the next slide.
Sorry, I'll catch up eventually.
That's okay. Our next slide is with regard to our club goals. So our top 150 fundraisers, 130 out of the top 150 have returned and registered. So they're at $253,715. So we just need to get the rest of those registered. Our high rollers, we're at 100%. All 5 came back. And our Club K, we have 155 out of the 226 returning, and they've raised almost $92,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yep. And we've, we're adding to Club K every day, so it's awesome. A quick volunteer update. We are still looking for volunteers for the bike ride. If you know any friends, family, anyone, coworkers that may want to volunteer at the ride with route support and flagging, it will be an all-day opportunity. It will be broken out into shifts, so you're not going to be standing out there all day long in one spot. And you will get to choose your spot. So if you have any questions or if you'd like to sign up, you can contact one of your Bike MS staff, Brittany, Erica, or myself, or Brittany McGarry. Her email address is listed on this slide, brittany.mcgarry@nmss.org, or we can always connect you with her as well.
And I'll send a recap after this meeting, and I'll have that link. So if you can share it on your Facebook or LinkedIn, it would be very appreciated as well.
Yeah, and if you know, a lot of companies do volunteer matches and engagement. And so sometimes even if a volunteer signs up as a virtual cyclist, they can put money towards the event as well, even if they're not riding. So that's something that you can throw out there too. I know a lot of volunteers just like to volunteer and not be connected with that fundraising, but it is an option if some do have that passion to start fundraising.
Yep, and it's easy to sign up with that Sign Up Genius, which we'll send in the recap as well.
Yeah, so
And-
then upcoming details. This is kind of a catch-all slide. So on May 20th, we will have a team captain virtual meeting. So you should have received that from Bike MS. If you didn't, please let me know. They'll be sending out more reminders about the event, but it's next Thursday. Next week, we have a fundraising week. So we will be communicating with all the team captains, and then we will be calling and emailing folks all next week. So if you get a call from us, don't be surprised. The prizes will be for the teams, it will be they get to pick their venue access time on Saturday, which is their start wave on Saturday of the ride. And then for an individual, we do have a Bike MS swag pack. There's images from the last one online, but I'll be reposting that to our Facebook. We have a new cycling challenge. This is a 6-week cycling challenge. We will be posting about it on social media, but basically it is either mileage challenges, taking photos, landmarks that are central to our ride. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be communicating those. There's cool prizes you can win, and some of them are really neat. Like one of the final ones, I believe, is a Garmin watch. So it's pretty awesome. It's actually a 4-week challenge.
I'll hop in and share a little bit more about it. It starts on the 24th. So you have basically a week to download the Bike MS app because all of the challenges will be presented to you through there primarily. And then, like Brittany said, we'll post online so that you can also check the event page to see what's happening. But the first week is pretty easy. You go out for a ride, you see a fire station, you take a picture of it, you upload it to our website, and you're entered for that week. So that's your fun picture for that week. The next week is either a landmark or somewhere well known to Colorado. So maybe you're out riding Lookout, or you're out near Red Rocks or something, or you're up in the mountains and you ride a gravel bike past that troll up there on the hiking trail. I don't know, something. You take a picture of that, you upload it to our website. Week 2, you're entered. The third week is a sporting venue. So if you happen to ride by Coors Field or something, take a picture, upload it. And then the last one is a bike shop. So I'm pretty sure we all have a bike shop near us that we probably ride by. Take a picture of that, upload it. You upload all 4, you automatically get a Bike MS tire lever mailed to you. So you can put it in your bike bag while you're riding. And then you're also entered into the drawing to win a Garmin, a mountable Garmin on your bike. So it's pretty cool. It's super easy. You're probably out riding anyway. So just shoot a picture, upload it to the website, and you're all set to go.
Yeah. And then the Bike MS app, we've talked about this a few times already, but just a reminder that you can do check scans on there, and that includes the mileage tracker as well. So when you're doing that challenge, you can update that. And then we do have our packet pickup dates set, if you can see them. They are on Saturday, June 5th at the MS office, Monday, June 7th at Left Hand in Longmont, Tuesday, June 8th at Jack's Goods in Broomfield, and then Friday before the ride at Front Range Community College.
Yep, and a reminder, we are encouraging like team packet pickup just so that we can limit the amount of interaction. So if you're a captain of a team or Asha, like it's a kind of a family team and you see them frequently, you can certainly pick up everybody who's met the minimum of 400 by any of those dates. And the other thing to keep in mind is if you don't make it to a packet pickup, we will be mailing them out. So that's If you don't make it to one, we'll mail them out by June 11th. What won't be included is your t-shirt and your jersey if you qualify, but you can certainly pick it up after you're done riding. We will have them for you. They just won't be mailed to you.
Did someone have a question? It looked like there was a hand raised. No.
No, I had a hand raised, but I think you guys answered the question about team packet pickup. So I'll get my team members picking up and then distributing for everybody who's met the minimum. So that'll
Yep.
be great. Thank you.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, and then this is where we just open it up to see how everyone's doing. I know Bill has offered to help us with some calls. Colton's been going to bike shop. Asha's helping with in-kind donations. So just wanted to see how everyone was doing. We have a few people making calls to team captains, but they're not here. And the I Ride with MS folks as well, and they're not here tonight. So wanted to see how everyone was doing. A few of the in-kind donations that have been secured through this group are Dannon Waters, I think that's how you pronounce it, and then Aquapana and Runa. So it's pretty awesome that we've been able to get those secured and planning already on how to get it delivered for bike weekend.
Nice.
I went into the street team in-kind asks spreadsheet on the Google Drive or whatever, and I need permission to edit it. Can someone give me that?
Oh, okay, I'll give you permission, sorry.
That's okay. I just wanted to add my notes.
Thank you, Asha.
Yeah. I reached out to all the people that my name is beside, plus Centura Health.
Okay, awesome.
Stuff. So
Thank
sorry.
you.
All the stuff is in the way, and you guys. Now
I know, I was like, I can not really see you, but I hear you.
I look insane. Okay, perfect. There we go.
Yeah, so did anyone else have any feedback? Have you been able to go in and look at the Google Drive and assign yourself any other projects or tasks?
I'll continue. I haven't looked at the Google Drive sheet in a bit, so I can do that after the call. I'm assuming it's in one of the emails that I have
Yeah.
in my inbox. But I can continue going into Bike Source. My wife's currently looking for a bike, so it's very convenient for me.
Nice.
Is there a list of stores that would be available that I would know that someone's already gone into, or should I just ask as I go?
Well, we have the stores that are already committed partnership with us that are listed, but I'll put those all into an Excel and upload that as well,
Sweet.
just so you have
Thank
that
you.
contact info.
I'll also take a look at the Google Doc afterwards.
Okay, great. Jana, Erica, did I miss anything else?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. I do, since I'm playing catch up coming back from leave. I mean, I know all of you, but how are you guys feeling about this year? I don't know if it's been like a topic before, but I'm curious just to know as riders and some as team captains, how you're feeling about the ride being 6 weeks away and how you're feeling about it being in person and just anything related to that.
I know for me, I'm okay with it being in person. Fully vaccinated, feel very comfortable, have been in other situations with people who are not wearing masks, so I'm cool. I like to wear a mask. So
Yeah.
I'm fine
No
wearing that at
problem.
rest stops. Yeah, exactly. What I am finding it is it's hard to raise funds right now because people are having whatever their personal issues are. I put out to the team that I'm not going to be around for about 3.5 weeks, and so I'd like for somebody else to pick up on the rides. And all of a sudden, I got a whole bunch of people saying, okay, I'm going to schedule a ride on these weekends and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. So our little team of about 15 is really stepping up to the task of getting the team back together and getting that enthusiasm back. And that's what I think is lacking generally from people on the outside, is enthusiasm for the cause. So if anybody has any suggestions for how to get that enthusiasm back, I'm all ears.
Hey, this is Kit. I'm in the car. I apologize, but I wish I had suggestions. Where I was going to come in was ditto. We ride every weekend with a small group from the Coneheads, and everybody's feeling the challenge of raising money this year. And I don't know if it's that people are a little bit anxious about asking, or if people are timid about or challenged in giving this year. But a consensus is it's going to be a tough year to meet prior year ceilings.
So one thing that I've been doing, actually, it's not just I haven't been hosting, but just like this, I think like weekly calls with your team, Zoom calls, getting people like FaceTime with each other has really benefited. So I have a group of friends, passport riders across the country, that we've been meeting every Friday for the last year and 7 weeks now, basically since COVID started last year. And it just, again, we have so many questions. We have no clue what this year is going to look like. We have no clue what our local rides are going to look like. But just one way to just keep us connected, keep us motivated, talking about, hey, what are your new quirks? What are your tips and tricks for, I did $5 Fridays. My friend today started a Wacky Wednesday donation ask. Just random little tidbits that can keep you guys connected, B, seeing each other, more than just on a phone. We have teams, obviously we all do. And it's just keeping your team connected. Those in-person rides are absolutely amazing. I'm actually looking forward to my first one with Team Left Hand here on Saturday. But it's just those little things that can keep you all connected. That's my little tidbit.
Yeah, I think that's really good advice. And I've been catching up with a lot of my team captains, and what I'm finding is they're all feeling the same way that you guys are feeling, that it's kind of uncertain this year in terms of, I think a lot of team captains are hesitant to really put a lot of I don't know, work's probably the wrong word, but a lot of work into it, because it's still uncertain if the ride is happening, I think, on the outside, right? Like we say it is, but last year it was canceled and went virtual. And so I think what I'm hearing from a lot of my captains is kind of a hesitancy, and that hesitancy is being reflected back to the team. And so what I've been really working on with my team captains is, if you're excited and you portray you're excited, your team is going to get on board with you. If you can rally a couple of your teammates like you're doing, Bill, to like get on board with you and push that message out to them, the rest of them are going to start becoming excited. And I think they're going to start feeling more comfortable making the ask when the team captains are portraying that they're comfortable with the event, that they're excited to start asking, that they're excited to push the mission. And I also am encouraging my team captains really to share their story. A lot of them live with MS, or they started the team because a close family, relative, or friend has MS. And so really pushing that out of like, this is why we ride. Yeah, it's fun to ride. It's fun to go on these training rides, but really pushing out that story to your team to remind them why they're on your team.
Yes.
That's one thing I've been really trying to just gauge with my team captains, and pushing them towards doing that, sharing their story and being excited themselves. That's my 2 cents.
And I think that's really important. I think my one email sparked 3 people to schedule rides on the weekends. Not everybody like me is retired, so not everybody
Right.
has flexibility. But I'm going to go check my team totals right now and see if I can help anybody to get their
Yeah.
totals up. Because
Yeah, or if you saw someone, sorry, go ahead.
oh no, I'm just struggling. I sent out individual emails and I have some people who only respond to actual physical snail mail, which I haven't done and I'm not going to be able to do until probably about the time of the ride. But I don't know what the rest of my team is doing. I think the idea of having a weekly call or a call that's scheduled, because I have a Zoom account, and so I can schedule a meeting. So if anybody wants to show up, they could talk to other members. And I think that's a great idea. We're all over the Denver metro region, all the way up to Fort Collins and all the way down towards Colorado Springs.
I think that's a great idea, and I also think you bringing up checking on your team's totals and seeing how people are doing, like just checking the website because you have access to your team. And if someone even brings in like $50 in a donation, just shooting them a text and saying, "Hey, nice job. I saw you got a donation today," or something. But just like shooting a text quick or an email quick goes a long way. I mean, I think if I got a text from my team captain with like, "Hey, nice job. I saw you got $100 today. Keep up the good work." I'd be like, "Oh, cool. Like, great. I'll put out another post or email or something." So I think it's important to keep looking at your teams. You know, if you're not a team captain, you can still see how your team is doing on the website. And maybe you have a couple of friends on your team and you three form like a little group and you encourage each other to out fundraise each other that week or something. I don't know. But like it's fun to kind of see what your team is doing as a whole and encourage people along the way.
Absolutely, you're exactly right.
Awesome. Well, that makes me feel better that that's kind of like the consensus across the board. So now that we kind of have a feeling from you who are participating, that helps us, Jana, Brittany, and I, to kind of help each other and help teams. And maybe at that team captain meetup next week, we can kind of put out some of these ideas that you've shared with us to help others feel more comfortable in asking and running their teams. All right. Anybody want to share anything? Okay, Asha, cool.
Yeah, so my aunt made a lap quilt this year and she wants to use it as an incentive to get people to donate for our team. And I saw on the our fundraising page, you can like add an incentive.
Yes.
Can you explain to me how that works and how it like advertises that we have this incentive to donate to our team?
Yeah, so you can go into your participant center and there are incentives and there's also milestones and you can set those up how you would like to do it. So for an incentive, you could say, okay, this lap blanket quilt, if someone donates $200, you get this quilt, right? You can also say like, I have 12 batches of cookies here as an incentive. So for everybody that donates $10, you get one of those batches of cookies. And you'll see when somebody donates towards an incentive, you'll see who it is and how much they donated. And then you can fulfill those items that you have. I don't know if anybody has actually used it, but it links directly to your page. So once you set one up, it's automatically on your page. So when you send the link out to your donation page, they can check out your incentives or your milestones that you want to hit.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Colin Sherrick, if you are friends with him or if you can search his page, he's been doing like a basket with cycling gear that he's gotten donated or bought at cost from different contacts that he knows. So that's like one example. And then another gentleman, Chris Young, he's actually doing like a mini friends golf tournament. And the incentives are all on his website as well. And he has different prizes as well.
Okay, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
a fun new thing this year.
Yeah, it is. It's
I
super
like
fun.
it.
And it's really easy to set up.
Is there a way that we can do it not just to like my personal funding raising page, but to our team page? Or does it not matter?
That's a good question. I don't know if you can. We can find out for you.
That's okay. Selfishly, I want it all to go to my fundraising page, but you know, it's my family, so I got to be nice.
I guess. We'll find out for you and we can share with the group if that's something that is doable or not.
I'm just curious if it's easy, that'd be awesome. But if it's not, then I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, we'll find out for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else have anything they want to talk about or comment on?
I'll jump in. Hi all, my name's Krista. I'm arriving a little bit late to the street team since I was off grid for several weeks and missed the initial pickup, but yeah, seeing this incentive for recruiting 5 riders, and would love to get linked up with the Google Doc that y'all have been talking about. So if somebody from the MS team wants to connect me with that, or I can follow up with one of you, that would be
Yeah.
amazing.
I'll put the link back in the recap email I send later.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, welcome.
Absolutely.
Glad you're back on the grid joining us.
Eric or Brittany, I know has there been a tips and tricks or FAQ or anything about the new website and the app? Yeah, Asha's question is just one thing that you're just like, a lot of people are wondering, like, there's a lot of features. How do I use them properly? How, it's been kind of chaotic. Again, it's COVID, but it's kind of chaotic in the sense of there's a lot going on. So any way that we could, is there, I guess just that.
Yeah.
So online on our website, there is like an FAQ. It's a PDF that you can download that kind of gives examples of like how you scan a check, how you log your miles. So that's the first place I'd recommend. But then if you have any really specific questions, you can reach out to either of us. I'm not a cyclist, so I don't use it for the training side at all. I've just looked at it for the donation side. So
It's
I think-
really easy to use the MS app. I found
Yeah.
it absolutely wonderful. It's the best thing you guys have done in a long time
great.
to get that integrated with the rest of the site. I think this donor site that you're using is so much better than what you've had in the past. So kudos to you guys.
Good.
Thank you. I agree. I've used that Bike MS app in the past and I was like, this is junk. It doesn't. And I probably shouldn't say that, but I've used it for my fundraising in the past and it was very hard to navigate. And I agree with you, Bill. I love how it syncs to Strava and I love how it syncs to Donor Drive, our platform. And I love how the miles you ride on Strava show up on your website, your own personal website, and it shows up on your team's page, and so your whole team has this mileage total going. And there's a live feed on the page of who's riding that day. Probably will add miles, so it's fun to check out. I think, Chris, some things we can do to get the word out is maybe we can post some. Here's a cool feature. Check it out in our in our event page. I think we can maybe add those to our list of social media posts of, here's a feature, add an incentive. The first person to add an incentive and complete it, comment on this, and you'll win a prize from us or something. So that it's not only just saying, hey, here's this feature, but act on it now and you'll get something. Like, so asking people to really, really start fundraising that way. I think it's a good point to bring up, and we can figure out a way to integrate it just from our end as relationship staff with you guys.
Yeah,
That's a really good idea.
I love the Bike MS captains page where like the team, the MS people are introducing themselves, and that's a great feature. It gets people's eyes there, it gets people interacting, get people talking, and something like this, just like a tipful, Thursday tips or Tuesday tips or something like that, because there's just so many new features. Absolutely agree. Love the new app. Love that it's finally connected to Strava because it wasn't at first. Any chance that you might have more badges past 500 miles for people that are crazy cyclists?
We'll just have a Chris Wallner badge. I can ask Chris Rao and see if that's in the works. If they're able to have any more unlocked, but at this point, I don't know.
Oh, it's Chris. I'll pass to her. Thank you.
Okay, you just shoot Chris an email and ask her. Great. Take out the middleman. You ask her. You have your hand up. Are you just playing
Yes.
around? Okay.
No, I don't play around.
Good.
I don't want to interrupt anybody. Oh, now I've forgotten what I wanted to say. I'm going to have to raise my
Sorry.
hand again.
Okay. We were talking about badges and mileage and distance and
The app.
app tips and tricks, challenges.
Incentives.
Yeah, it's not coming back to me. Sorry.
Okay. Well, you can certainly email or text one of us if you remember. Ah, that's what it was. Awesome.
All right.
All right.
well, the next slide. Our next meeting will be on June 9th. So hopefully everyone can make it, and then we'll see everyone at actual bike. And then we'll have some rides or some meetings post ride, just for like a recap and gathering up for the next year. We have talked internally, and it's kind of what the street team originally we wanted it to be, where it'll be meetings in person in 2022, and we'll have subcommittees and breakout groups so people can kind of pick what they're interested in and really focus on that instead of just having the 5 asks that we have out to everybody.
Yeah, so be thinking of people you might know that want to join the street team or a committee. We call it the street team. So if there's anybody that you know, start planting that seed so that they can join us for 2022. Excellent. All right. Well, it was so nice to see all of you and catch up with you guys. I'm happy to be back. Jana and Brittany have done a phenomenal job while I've been out. So thank you to them for starting this, getting it going. Thanks to you guys for coming back every month. And if you need anything, you know where to find us. So you can shoot us an email or call us or whatever you need.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks so
Well,
much,
hopefully you get some
everyone.
rides in.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy fundraising.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ching ching.
Bye.
Because like we should add in like